Just a little bit of history repeating. The newspapers shout, a new style is growing, but it don't know if it's coming or going. There is fashion, there is fat. Some is good, some is bad. And the joke is rather sad that it's all just a little bit of history repeating. And I've seen it before, and I'll see it again. Yes, I've seen it before. Just little bits of history repeating.
Hi, I'm Eric Freeberg. I'm the president of the Malted Barley Appreciation Society, which is a homebrewers club in Brooklyn, New York. And here we are today at the Brooklyn Brewery holding our annual homebrew competition.
Wheat beer, B.R. Rolia, Lucy Zachman. The Brooklyn Brewery is a nice venue to have the competition. First of all, of course, it is a brewery. They make a lot of quality beer here. And it's nice to have the malt around, and they have beer on tap over here for a little tasting with lunch.
It's funny, I don't know what that means.
And we take the winners from each individual category and do what's called the best of show. And the best of show, obviously, there's a lot of prestige when your beer wins best of show, and that's kind of the culmination of everything. And we also give prizes to the winners of every individual category.
I find this thing to be almost a perfect beer.
I don't know about that.
Well,
I think being a beer judge is harder than it might sound. Getting up really early in the morning and starting drinking at 10 o'clock, it's not always an easy thing to do. Open the bottle and pour it, and the first thing you want to do when you pour it is to try and get the aroma. You swirl it around in the glass, and that raises up all the aromatics. You judge beer based on not only aroma, but the appearance, the color, the clarity. So you're holding up that flashlight to see if the beer is transparent, if you can see through it, if it's hazy, and then the flavor, of course, is pretty important. So you're judging based on how bitter the beer is.
tasted very thin to me, I don't know.
Just look at the foam color. That's the big key.
But it's one-dimensional, you know what I mean?
Somebody poured their heart and soul into this beer. If it was all rocket science, everybody would make good beer, but it's not. It's artistic expression, too. That's why some beer are better than others.
No extractions never recreate an intact DNA strand. No extractions never recreate an intact DNA strand.
Not without master sequence gaps.
Well, the question comes up, why should we invest in dreams? Why should we invest time and energy and money in dreams? And I would say, why not?
Yesterday, 6 billion dreams were written for the first time.
Dreams may seem deceptive on the surface, but they certainly are after truth-telling.
They're a reflection of the way we react to life.
I find, for me, I'm more comfortable in the dream state because we're more open to possibilities.
What could I do with my dreams? Where could I go with them? And the answer is, limited only by your ability to dream.
I think that the more points of view there are about dreaming, the more facets of dreams will be worked on.
And ASD is quite unique in that there are people from all over the world who approach dreams from many different aspects.
The study of dreaming itself is part of the much wider study of consciousness, which is at the moment a major scientific endeavour.
It probably was a conference or a small meeting on those of us who were studying psychedelic effects.
We thought, and Stan thought, that they were the most important tool that there ever has been for exploring the human psyche and abilities.
Timothy Leary was having a party the night that I arrived to be a subject in his study. I had incredible imagery, nature scenes and historical scenes and cosmic scenes. It was simply marvelous. And the party was for Alan Watts.
I think what has to happen is a change in understanding. It's not a matter of power or of muscle or of energy. It's a matter of the way in which we understand and feel our own existence, not as strangers in a hostile universe, but as integral parts of that universe.
He was talking about his first experience with LSD and how the experience with LSD stripped away all illusion and took him down to what he said, this is really the way things are. We will come up again and deal with the superficialities of life, but never forget that beneath the superficialities there is a bond that connects us all. And I thought, well, there it is again, the paradox between illusion and reality.